All right, good morning. I'm going to break this down for this next week, bit by bit. This is where I'm at now. Basically, the Veteran Affairs owes me $127,293 because they never paid me this amount of back pay from 2012 to 2018. First month, 2018. So that's 6 years of missed payments. You know what that adds up to? This $127,293 by my account. What I did was once I hit 100%, I went back and changed it. So what they were paying me like here at this point in time, $250 they were paying me per month. They should have been paying me $3,106 per month. That's a big difference, right? I calculated it that much. Now that's from 2012 to 2013. Mind you, keep in mind, I broke it down because there's 2 different records in my name, even though the VA only has one of me, right? So I have at least 2 different records for my one healthcare. I'm one person. I don't know why I have multiple files in the VA system. That's part of why I'm waiting 12 years on my money. Mind you, I'm facing an eviction from Loan Depot. Now, if I had $127,293 the VA owes me, do you think I'd be threatened with eviction over 20 grand? And that's another conspiracy I'm not going to dive into yet, but we will get there. Not on this channel, probably. I'm just trying to go over the VA shit on this channel, right? The VA Living Dead. Anyway, again, same process. What they paid me versus what I should have been paying. The difference, add up the difference, it amounts to that. Over 6 years, it's going to be a big amount. It shouldn't blow anyone's mind. Okay, this is what I'm fighting for. This is my DD-214, shows when I left the Marine Corps. So from 2007 to 2012, I was in the Marine Corps, right? That's what this says. And this is an undeniable certificate. DD-214 form you get when you leave the service, any service. Marine, Army, Navy, Coast Guard, don't matter. It's like a graduation certificate, right? So what happens in the VA system? I'm a veteran. May 7th, 2012. Up until that date, I'm in the Marines. I'm a Marine until 5/7/2012, right? Now, here's the VA records. If you look up here, 3,879 pages of all my VA records. This is mine. 41 pages. Yeah. So here's the effective date, right? I leave the Marines May 7th, 2012. I enter the VA May 8th, 2012. These 2 are correct, right? Right. So where did the VA pull this date out of? We made a decision on your claim for service-connected compensation received on November 1st, 2011. I'm an IT guy. You know what this date is? If you just put it in numbers, here, let me type it. Can you see that? Oh, you can't? Here, let me see if I can zoom in. Nope, I can't. But anyway, let me do this. Hold on, I gotta add a window so I can show you this. Okay. Now, the date, that's the date of November 1st. 11111. Knowing that, could you assume that's like just there as a placeholder and no one ever replaced it with the correct information? That's what I assume after all this time anyway. You know, I'm still giving VA the benefit of the doubt, even though, look here. They give me none. The board has considered the applicability of the benefit of the doubt doctrine. However, as evidence is persuasively against a veteran's claim, The doctrine is not applicable in this appeal. And A.C. McKenzie said that. A veteran law judge said, I don't get benefit of the doubt. Should I bring out my medal display so I could give myself some fucking credibility? Anyway. Back to this initial issue, right? Right here. November 1st. Do you know, if I give you my DD-214, where do they get this date? I give them a paper that's undeniable that says I'm a Marine until May 7th, 2012. And then they put on this paper at the Veteran Affairs. He's a veteran May 8th, 2012. So again, how did they do this? They make this decision in 2012, and then they go back in time to 2011. And mind you, here's the responses I get from the VA representation. Ready?
Because to me, I explained it.
The explanation was that you didn't provide enough sound evidence to support your claim.
Right. So
evidence over a date. It seems to me the only two things you need for evidence of a date is a certificate saying what the fucking date is and someone entering that date. Here is a clear violation. They didn't take this date 05, 07, 2012 and replace over the 11111. 11111. Do we have it in our minds that's a fucking generated template, generic placeholder? Okay, once you understand that, you'll understand why I'm pissed. I'm waiting 2025. I'm in 2020. I'm sitting in 2025, and this was supposed to be done in 2012. Now this is the first big issue, and what I'm still fighting for, why they owe me the fucking money. They never went back and covered me from the start. They picked a date out of nowhere, and they started there. And again, this is my binder. This is theirs. 4,000 pages. Mine's 41. The evidence is there.
If the explanation was that you didn't provide enough sound evidence.
What sound evidence is there? You need the date. IEAS. That's it. I gave that to you. Y'all fucked it up. Fucked it up. That's it. Sorry, this Windows is really cool with this fucking feature where you snap windows. It just never snaps like you want it to. Anyway, that's that. Not enough sound evidence, guys. And that was recorded 3 days ago. So it's not like I'm pulling that out of my ass from fucking 2012. That was 3 days ago. I'm trying to get the VA to see what I'm seeing so they can give me the money I need. Because I'm not getting evicted over mispayments when the government owes me money. Simple as that. And then, now, that's the main issue I want to focus on. This is the second issue. August 2014. August 25th, 2014. Let's see. Oh, they look pretty similar. I think they're the same page. Yep, same thing. Okay, cool. So this is my copy, this is theirs. If what I'm saying has no evidence or fucking holds water or anything, what I'm saying is a lie. It shouldn't be in their file, right? If I'm editing my version of the story, why do they have the same one? Copyright. Anyway. Look at here. If this account is no longer open, please notify us immediately. Right here. Right here. What is this? To you, this might be nothing. To me, that's proof of conspiracy. Because look at this date. Hold on, I gotta bring up a calendar app. Okay. because I need to really pack in the evidence here, you know. And I'm just not getting it. All right. I got it. Now hold on. Alright, here's what we call a calendar in the world, right? In the world. Okay? Now, April 18th, right? Well, here. So, they made a decision, right? 2011, right here, this date. That would be that date. That's impossible. They made a decision on this date, right? Now look, I have to change the whole year in the calendar. And then right here, that's the date that should be here. Again, this is the date they entered. November 1st, which is here. My EAS date and again, this is a shame I have to present it to Doug Collins and the VA, right? They should know this shit. Why am I going on fucking all this technology to break it down like they're fucking children? Don't know. Maybe they fucking are. I don't know. Anyway, May 7th, 2012. Where's that? Oh, right here. Ah. There it is. Okay, so May 7th, right? If we go 1 year from that date, May 7th, you know what? May 8th, because May 7th I was a Marine. May 8th, I'm the veteran. May 8th, I'm the veteran. So if we go from May 8th, 1 year from May 8th, 2012, what's that? May 7th, 2013, right? Okay. This date right here, April 18th, is right here. That comes before May 7th, 2013. Huh, why is that significant? Let me show you. Because here, oh, what page is this? This is what we're going to do. Go back here. What's this paper say? You have 1 year from the date of this letter to appeal the decision. What's that mean? If I have 1 year from the date of that letter to appeal the decision, what would that date be? Would it be November 1st, 2011, or would the date be May 8th, 2012? Now mind you, my copy, it's stamped with a date, July 13th. So if we go with July 13th, there's no assumption, we're super in the clear. No confusion. Here, if we go by this date, that gives me October 31st, 2012, which would be this date. Now from May, June, July, August, September, October, how many months is that? Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 months. That's 5 months. That's not 12 months. 12 months a year. 5 months is what they gave me because they put this error in, right? That's my assumption. That's what my evidence proves. I don't know what the VA evidence they're looking at, where they have to have more evidence to fix the date they fucked up. That's costed me $127,293 for the past 12 years. So if we go by this date, May 8th, 2012, right? May 8th, 2012. A whole year from that would be May 7th, 2013, right? Okay. May 7th, 2013, right? May 7th, 2013 comes before April 18th, 2013. So everything from this date, guess what? It should go back to these ones. This anxiety rating should have been here. I should have got that back pay. But here's what happened, right? The VA made this decision 2013 in 2014. So the initial fuck up where they put November 1st, 2011, they made the decision in 2011 regarding 2012. That's impossible because in order to make that decision, you need my POA, which they didn't have. Power of attorney, power to represent me. You don't have my permission to make any judgments on me. You need the healthcare records, which you don't have in 2011 because I gave them to you in 2012. And you need the DD-214, which wouldn't even been made until I leave the Marine Corps in 2012. So again, what evidence are we talking here that the VA doesn't understand? It's date. It's not, most VA arguments are, oh, my anxiety's super bad, I need to increase from 10 to 20. Okay, well, you need to do an anxiety test to prove you have bad anxiety. And then you go take the test, and if you have bad anxiety, you get the increase or not. That's where most disputes are coming from. Mine is in regards to a fucking date. You need a calendar for that. That's it. You need my DD-214. That's it. You need my effective dates. That's it. You only need one of those informations to make the decision, though. Those 3 bits of information revolve around each other. Now, mind you, a year from this date is May 7th, 2013, right? So why didn't any of these decisions go back to reflect the first initial effective date? Why didn't they take my first case and put in the new information in the old one and update it? Why did they literally close my case and open a brand new one? Oh, how do you know that? Because it says it right here. The VA put it in the fucking records. It says, if this account is no longer open, please notify us immediately. You know what that does? That puts in a censor in my packet. Anyone that can read and can see this big square that says if this account is no longer open, please notify us. That's them putting in a redirect. If this is my healthcare and I'm working with the VA, why would me or the VA need to honor this right here that says, contact us immediately if you're working in this guy's file? It's almost like they want to know who's messing with the information so they can one-up them. They can be ahead of it. Or they can conspire and make all these lies that hold no merit to not give me my money, my rating. You're fucking with my benefits, not giving me the money. You're fucking with my healthcare, not giving me the ratings. Then you're fucking with my mind, changing the effective dates. Because mind you, this is the track record as it is. This is where I'm at now. Look at this. They changed my ratings. First fucking rating right here. This is what it is, and this was changed in, I want to say, 2020. Whenever I was working with Susan Price. Somehow, the system changed all my shit to make it not reflect my life. Here, all these go back to 2012. Why does some say 2017? Why does some say 2018? You should have effective dates, right? When they started saying, oh, maybe I have anxiety. That's what effective date is. The first mention of the fucking injury, disease, illness, whatever. That's the effective date. An updated effective date should be an added column beneath that. And then you should just be able, oh, okay, on that date, why'd it go from 2012 to 2017? Why'd 5 years change? Well, in that 5 years, the VA was able to schedule a fucking sleep study, and he took the sleep study 5 years later, and then he came back, he did have apnea. So he had sleep apnea the whole time? Oh, I'm just throwing out an example, but that's true. We'll get over that later. I did have a sleep apnea test. They did record me as having sleep apnea. And then the doctor, which is named Indira, you take the R out of her name and it spells India, who was speaking English as a secondary language through a heavy accent. So I'm assuming she's from India. She's working on a governmental visa and she's in charge of my healthcare reading the sleep apnea results. And she put down 9.2 missed breaths per hour, which sleep apnea is 4 or more missed breaths per hour. Sleep apnea is when you sleep. You're struggling to breathe. It's not snoring. Snoring, to me, you're in a good rest. You're deep sleep. Apnea, you're fighting demons just to get a fucking little bit of sleep. But anyway, you see how my effective dates go from 2012 to 2018. That's conspiracy. My whole experience with the VA has been a conspiracy, and I'm just uploading this first part as an introduction. This is the first. This is why I'm owed $127,293. Again, right here, the VA put it in themselves, right? If I have a year from this date to appeal any decision, and that, which would be all of this, why did they open a new case for me in April 18th, 2013, and just add the increases? And mind you, the back pay they gave me was 2014 to this date. Again, I don't know why they keep choosing these weird-ass dates. We got your papers April 18th, 2013, but we didn't want to do any work until October 20th, 2014. Hello? Would you like your doctor taking a year after you go see them to tell you what's wrong? Because I don't know. Maybe you do. I don't. But anyway, this is just the first. This is why I'm upset. Because the VA keeps saying, we need evidence. We can't help you. Go hire Hill and Proctor. It's Hill and Ponton. Yeah, it's like the VA took offense because I am taking them to court and holding them liable for all their fuck-ups they did to me. Because I can only imagine a lot of other veterans get treated worse. But, yeah. That's where that is. This is a sleep apnea test. We'll go over too, but if you want to look, boom, 9.2 missed breaths per hour. Now here you have supine position and non-supine position. So it's reading you when you're on your back for the sleep study. I'm not going to go into it right now. I'm going to refrain. I'm sorry. Because today I just want to focus on the date, right? And mind you, here is when I got fucking Hill and Ponton. Hello. I had to go hire outside help to get good representation inside the VA. Before that, it was these people, VFW, fucking up everything. And mind you, I thought the VFW was good. They had a very good credibility and credit and notorious and all that, you know? But, no. Yep. That's just more bullshit. But here is where I went and got my outside help. After this is where it went from 90% to 100. Mind you, 10% difference isn't that much to anyone in the real world, but to the VA, 10% difference. If you're 90% disabled at the VA, you get $1,200 a month. If you're 100% disabled at the VA, you get $3,400 a month. If you're disabled, do you want $1,400 or $3,200 to live better? Now, mind you, these numbers might seem big to you, but we're talking government accounts because you're a veteran. Government has infinite money. They print it. You know what they need to print that money? A good fucking reason. If you're a good accountant, you should be working for the government budget. Not these people. Not the VA. Mind you, $52,000 at the VA, hired in 3 years. If we break that down, that's $1,040 per state. So 1,040 people per state are looking at this and thinking, yeah, we made every decision correctly. Even though right here it shows this and this date. Like, look, this one page. If I bring it to Doug Collins, he's going to be fucking confused. In 2014, we decided your knee should be increased. Oh, like they increased it here, right? Mind you, they didn't pay me the back pay till then. They just updated the healthcare record. Hello. But mind you, we went from 20 to 70%. And mind you, this, remember, here, let me, they made the decision in November 1st, 2011, for May 8th, 2012, right? So they went in 2011 to make a decision in 2012, and then, so they made the decision in 2011 regarding 2012, right? And then they went in 2014 and made the decision regarding 2013. And mind you, 90%, you think I was kidding? Right there. I'm 70% here. This is how much we get 70. So 90% we get like a couple hundred more. So maybe 90% is 1,600 and 100% is 3,400. It's more than double. Isn't that fucked up? 10% difference, more than double? Crazy. But anyway, here's them planting a fucking redirect. You know, this is a redirect. If this account is no longer open, why would it no longer be open? Am I dead? Am I dead? Mind you, here, hold on, let me give you some more food for thought, right? Because we already went over the calendar shit. Watch this. Am I dead? I don't know. This is me, right? Now, if you're in the VA system, sometimes data entry boxes, like putting in a name, is restricted. So maybe they can't put in my full last name. Mind you, when I applied for SNAP, this is the last name they gave me, Lazowick. So when SNAP puts me in the, because mind you, SNAP, I would like more money to eat better. If the VA is not going to give me what they owe, I would like some food stamps, you know? But anyway, when they look up that, and this is my name for the food stamps, let's just say the VA gets, he's applying for food stamps, and this is the name we have on file. Despite me putting this, they have to put this, because their boxes only take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 characters long. So they get this and think I'm dead, right? That would, if this account is no longer open, please notify us. Oh, well, if you see a fucking death record, you might think I'm dead, and you might think someone's committing something. Fraud, forgery, conspiracy, maybe? If you think I'm dead and I'm taking money from the, you might think I'm the bad guy. But I'm not dead. Matter of fact, I'm much alive. I'm posting daily. 13 hours ago, he posted, he must like the number 42. Oh, look right here. He tagged something to the Secretary of the Affairs. Oh, man. Oh, wow. That's not the Secretary. That's just the Pennsylvania representation, Dave McCormick. My God. Anyway. Again, if this account is no longer open, I mean, if you saw a death record that had an attachment to my name, I could see the confusion, but the only one that committed fraud, forgery, and conspiracy is the VA in this situation. Fraud? This date is fraudulent data. It does not apply to me. Can I break it down anymore? Fraudulent data. That doesn't apply to me. Okay. Forgery. Who put it in? Did I put it in there? I don't think I have access to the VA systems to make a decision on my behalf. If I could go on the VA system, I would put myself at 1,000% disabled and get $1 million a fucking month. So I don't think I did the data entry. So I think that's a forgery, because you made that data entry in my file in my name. That's forgery. If I go to the White House, let's just say I kill the president, I would never do such a thing. And I say, it wasn't me, officer, it was Coffee Cup McGee over there, right? Coffee Cup McGee over there. Are they going to blame me, or are they going to blame Coffee Cup McGee? Thank you, Coffee Cup McGee. Anyway, that's fraud, forgery, conspiracy? That's a little harder to prove, but if you can prove there's conspiracy is just 1 or 2, more than 2 people. If you have 1 person, that's just a vendetta. They're holding a grudge against you. If you have 2 or more people, that's a group working together collectively against you. That's conspiracy. Don't blow it out of proportion. Conspiracy doesn't involve all psychops. That's on their own. But anyway, this shows conspiracy, because why in any world, right, it should be me and the doctor in regards to my health care. If there's a social worker, Adam, that's 3 people. So if 3 people need to be there for my representation, why is this stamped there? And who is it telling to let them know when they're working on my file? Who do I need to ask permission to get health care? Essentially, when I'm working with the VA. Who's higher than the VA within the VA? Because they put that there. Oh, okay. But anyway, they made the decision regarding 2013 in 2014. And we wonder why I'm so pissed off and saying I'm going to commit suicide by the end of the year unless I get the $127,293 and a handwritten apology from Doug Collins on behalf of the entire Veteran Affairs. That's my declaration. This is why I'm being conspired against within the VA. For what? Like, I did no crime. I made no one angry. They shouldn't be out to get me. You know what I mean? So that just makes me think they fucked up and they don't want to get exposed, and me bringing them to court to get my money will do that. They don't want that. So I'm uploading these videos because I can't get, when I Google representation to represent me, it doesn't leave my house. Whoever is doing my traffic, internet traffic, you know what a reverse proxy is? That's what they got on me right now. So a proxy is you go to this one website and you can search. And say you're in school, you can use a proxy to bypass security systems. Like if you're in school and you can't go to Facebook, if you go to a proxy, you can go to Facebook through the proxy because your school system will see you connecting to the proxy, not Facebook. Okay? So that's a proxy. A reverse proxy is gathering all the information and giving back one string or pointer, if you will. What's a pointer? This is a pointer. If you see this, contact me. That's a pointer. Why is a pointer in my healthcare records? And then you, like, all this shit right here, again, Netflix, Hulu, Amazon, y'all can make a documentary about this. Veterans need help. If no one's showing the people what's going on at the Veteran Affairs when they're literally killing us, 22 veterans a day die by suicide. Now when they're dealing with shit like this, do you think that plays a factor? I do. I don't think the veteran wakes up and thinks, man, I fought for my country, that was awesome, I'm such a great, honorable person, I have loved ones, I just want to kill myself. No, it's because we can't take it anymore, and we don't believe we're living in our world anymore. Because I'm being held liable by mistake makers in the VA system instead of my own health care, my own dates. Why do I have to give them a DD-214 if they already have their mind made up they're going to fucking not give me my benefits and fight me every step of the way? Why did I give them my DD-214? Let's just see if the DD-214... Let's just see if the DD-214 is in there. Fucking 4,000 pages. Because it's in my 41. Oh, next visit he'll give us the DD-214. Okay, where is it? I know it's in there. Oh, hold on. No DD-214 reviewed. Usually the DD-214's like one of the first fucking things they put in, so we're just gonna go scroll real quick. Actually, here. Let's see if we can find it by box. Oh, look at that! I found it by box! Now, here, DD Form 214. I didn't put the form. Whoops, my bad. See how I can make a mistake here and it doesn't matter? Exactly. This is their job, right? Like, they're not fighting the system so they can live. This is just their job. So they have my DD-214 What page was this? Oh, 3510. Look at that. 3510. You know what page is the Holy Grail on mine? 7 pages off. Holy shit. So again, let's delete my records now. Delete my records now. And put this all the way. Sure, why not? Oh boy, you get to see me. Mind you, I hate doing this. I hate recording myself doing this. But maybe the AI can see my eyeballs and say, I'm not bullshitting. This is the fucking year. Hello. I'm getting my money, and I'm getting the ball rolling on the $100 million lawsuit. The grand conspiracy case. This year, I just want Doug Collins to give me that handwritten apology and the back pay they owe me for those 6 fucking years. And then we're good. We're good. The VA is back on my good side because they're not conspiring against me. And then after that, I will go for the grand lawsuit of $100 million. Because this is bullshit. No one should have to go through this. Mind you, at one point in time, I was working 2 jobs. Not because I love work, because one was part-time when I was getting like 4 hours a week. You can't really live off 4 hours a week of work when it's like $10 an hour. Let's just assume $10 an hour times 4, at $40 a week. Have fun stretching them 2 meals. But anyway, 2 jobs, college, went to 2 colleges, and girlfriend at the time. That's a lot to deal with, as is. Imagine adding a government conspiracy on top of that. But anyway, how do they make a decision 2011 when they don't have the paper evidence, records, and permission until May 7th, 2012. And again, this is one video of me breaking it down. A lot calmer. Coffee helps me focus. Okay. But, thank Mr. Coffee Mug. Coffee McGee. Yeah, here. DD214, page 3510. Right? And then we go down, and we see that the DD214 meant nothing because they inserted their own date. Again, did no one ever copy and paste? Look, if I'm assuming this is all you have to do, right? Copy, paste. Either no one copied the right information and pasted over the generic template generated number, or they entered the wrong date from a separate file. Because mind you, this is their job, and they're processing 100 million files and cases a day. So if one date that got messed up might be excusable. But to me, it's not. Because I have to live through this. And mind you, I've been living through it for 12 years. Would you like to wake up one day and just have all your money gone? Be threatened with eviction? No one there? Family abandon you because, like, you're going crazy? And rightly so, you're in the midst of a conspiracy. But, like, during a conspiracy, you know, loved ones usually show more support. Not say, yeah, you're fucking crazy and obsessed. I don't know. I want the old map back. What does that mean? The one that was stupid? One that was young? The one that wasn't talking about the VA shit? Because you don't need the old Matt back, you just need the VA to fix their shit. To have Matt stop talking about how they fucked up and didn't fix it. Hello! If I'm talking now because they didn't fix it because they fucked up, I could always talk about they fucked up. But if they fix it, I can't talk about them not fixing it. So the VA can do one thing. Let's make it right. They're playing the avoid and ignore game. Which to me, do you know what avoid and ignore is? Political AI. Artificial, but AI means artificial intelligence. You're saying it means avoid and ignore? If I can make, the VA is avoiding and ignoring me. And their excuse, as you've heard earlier, is we don't have enough evidence. Again, if I'm telling you you fucked up a date and you have the records that prove it, What evidence do I need to submit more than this piece of paper, more than that piece of paper, and that piece of paper? 3 pieces of paper should show a fucking date. But don't worry, I'll add more evidence by uploading this to my YouTube. Because, hey, maybe my VA channel will get monetized. And then maybe I'll get millions and millions and millions and millions and millions and millions helping veterans do their conspiracies. And I won't need to rely on a lawsuit suing the government for them fucking up to continue my life, you know? The Lord works in mysterious ways is what I'm told. I'm not trying to crack his encryption. I'm just trying to go live my destiny and guide my fate. I believe destiny is where you're going to end up. I believe fate is how you get there. I'm taking my destiny through fate and going to try to sue the government. And again, I have a legit cause. And I'm not trying to knock all these other veterans that are in the fucking backlog for decades more than me off so I can get in front of them. No, it's just like most VA decisions come down to an argument of, I'm not hurt this, you're not that hurt, yes I am, no you're not, yes I am. And the veteran has to prove to the VA they are so they can get the support. I'm past all that proof. I proved to you I'm fucked up. I just have no quit. So even if I'm missing one arm, I'm still going to be an IT guy and doing what I do. If I'm missing a fucking leg, I'm going to hobble around. If you take both my legs, I'm just going to get a dolly. I'm still going to be me. I'm still going to be gardening if I have no legs. You know what I mean? I'm still going to be living fucking life. It's just going to be more burden filled because of all the shit I had to go through with the VA. But I'm not arguing, you know, what's really wrong, if this is really bad, if this really not, blah, blah. I'm arguing a date. Every fucking veteran in the world should have my fucking back in this fight. Because they know, if this was them, they would have been gone crazy already. I'm in the midst of being crazy. I'm on the verge of suicide by the end of the year. Again, to me, in my reality right now, it's either homelessness, being evicted by a sheriff. Hold on one second. I can't pause the recording, but let me just go get this food. Anyway, I got fucking VA conspiracy, right? Snap conspiracy, right? Remember I told you earlier they fucked up my name? Well, here we go, look. Now see, this is why I hate doing this in front of the camera. I have to scan these pages in. This is another conspiracy. I give them this. Hold on, let me just fucking... I give them that. Anyway, yeah, it's not going to show. Okay. My bad. We'll get to that later, though. But that is the Snap Saga. I was going to show you how they spelled my name. The fucked up way, right? Now, mind you, this is my Loan Depot binder, which I made all this in just 1 year. Would you believe that? I'm being threatened with eviction by a fucking website. Mind you, the sheriff handed me this. Proudly, might I add. I'm proud to give this piece of paper that's saying a website is going to evict this disabled veteran from his fucking home because he's not making payments because, one, Loan Depot is upcharging me. I'm supposed to be paying $1,100 a month. They charged me $1,700. Last year, just this, they added $5,000 in fees out of nowhere. I had to prove them. I had to prove to them they added it out of nowhere. And by prove, I had to send them all the mortgage agreements, even though we each have our own copies. Now this, $5,000 in fees. Right? Next month, after I call and say, where'd that come from? And they couldn't show me, oh, it's gone. You can't see the number, but here, this 00 said 5,000 before. Now that's my mortgage company. Why is my mortgage company scamming me? Why is the VA scamming me? And why are they working together? And I know they're working together because the VA gives me notification. Oh, we noticed Loan Depot reported you haven't been making your mortgage payment. Oh. And if I'm lying, I'm dying. Hold on one sec, sorry. Oh, what's that say? Department of Military and Veteran Affairs? Department of Military and Veteran. Oh, we noticed you haven't made your payment. Oh, here's your tax exemption. Nothing's changed. Oh. All this. Oh. Your mortgage company has notified us that you've fallen behind on your home loan payments. Oh, man. So, again, I have records of the VA and my home people, mortgage providers, can communicate, but no one can figure out where the money is that I'm due? If I have the $127,000, I think I can make a $20,000 payment. Right? $127,000 is greater than $20,000. Mind blown. But anyway, when the government's working against me, and Loan Depot's working against me, and Snap's working against me, which is part of the government, and Pico's working against me, which gets government grants because they're a fucking nuclear power plant, and Verizon doesn't like me because I make fun of Pee Wee Herman and that's their spokesman. Yeah, I'm in a conspiracy. And then when I go to LASP, Legal Aid of Southern Philadelphia or Pennsylvania, whatever the P stands for, they won't serve me. Because the guy in charge of making the decisions if they're going to accept claims, his last name's Baldwin. And I've been on social media making fun of Alec Baldwin because I don't think it's fair he killed someone with a gun and never faced a day in prison for it. He's a murderer, and because he murdered on a movie set, he gets away scot-free. Kyle Rittenhouse, didn't he murder people? Didn't that one guy at a track meet murder a twin or something? But why is Alec free? I mean, he was set up, no doubt. But I don't know. If I had millions of dollars from being in movies, I would just not make people out to get me, you know? I would pay fair share. I wouldn't be greedy. But anyway, right now I just want to focus on the date, because what more evidence do I need than this? This piece of paper, that piece of paper, and that piece of paper. 1, 2, 3 pieces of paper. And I'm looking at it right now. The VA gave me this packet of 3,879 pages. I have the paper form. Nope, that's not it. Actually, maybe it is. No, that's it. I don't know where it is, but I have a whole packet. And that packet was fucking sent. Not through the mail, it was just delivered on my doorstep. That's a little weird, right? Now this is the entire VA binder. Mine. It's fucking huge. But anyway, this is my VA binder now, 41 pages. So yeah, this is where I stand on my $127,293 back pay that I'm still overdue. Veteran Affairs, what more evidence do I need to do? What courtroom do I need to bring you in front of? Who the fuck do I need to talk to at the VA? Because apparently I can't reach Doug Collins, but he goes on social media saying, one suicide is too many from veterans. So me saying I'm going to kill myself at the end of the year, how does that make you feel? Are you acting like, okay, let's not do anything and see if he does it? Or are you the one that actually doesn't want veterans to kill themselves? Like, do you mean what you say effectively? Because if you did, why isn't anyone helping at the VA? Why our office is made up of 1,040 employees per state, referring me to a 2-man office. And when that office says, oh, we can't help you, they're not obliged to help me. Me going to an outside resources is extra credit in a way. I shouldn't have to do that. You're made up of 52,000. Divide that by 50. That's per state. Now, why with that many people is it taking over 12 years to get my situation resolved when it's over a date? Again, no arguments needed from either party. Everyone just has to look at this piece, and this piece in the courtroom. Are we really going to waste the judge's time making them make the Veteran Affairs unfuck themselves? Because I'm not going to waste the judge's time. This is valid shit. I have a case worth $100 million fucking dollars. I just need someone to help me get the representation, because I don't know how to fill out an affidavit and get before the court. I don't know how to fill out. Matthew John Walter Wiki wants to sue the government and the VA for their conspiracy against him. I just have the evidence. I just live here. I just live it. Is anyone going to help me get my overdues? If you want to help me in this pursuit, comment something. Email me something. Comment you want to help, and then we'll get involved. How about that? And Doug Collins, if you're watching this, I don't know what to say. Other than if you see this piece. 1, 2, 3. Those 3 pieces of paper is all you need to see, bud. You're at the top of the Veteran Affairs. The only one that's higher than you is Donald Trump. Should I have to go to the president? Because the VA doesn't know how to fucking work a scheduler? A calendar? They don't know what dates are? We're really going to bring this before the people because the VA can't understand dates. We made a decision November 1st, 2011. But I didn't EAS till May 7th, 2012, and you put my effective date as May 8th, 2012. Those 2 dates are correct. Why is this one fucked up? Mind you, again, a year from this date is October 31st. If I have 1 year from the letter of this, from the date of this letter to appeal the decision, when should my 1 year be up? Again, a year to this date is May 7th, 2013, right? Right. Again, no reasoning. No legit reason. It's just roll over what they've been doing. And you see how they make all these fucking, all of it. Remember, they don't give me benefit of the doubt. They keep that for themselves. And when they do end up being wrong, they just conspire. Because it's me versus them. That's what it is. And look at that. Effective dates. You see right here, all of it's fucked. This ain't even right. It's 70. Now I have 20, 70, 90, and then IU. These are wrong. Do you think I got back pay for any of this? Nope. Not that part. But anyway, a year from May 7th, 2012 would be May 8th, 2013, right? Is April 18th before or after May 7th, 2013? That's all we need to take it. All this is just waste of time. All these words, all these excuses. The reality. You fucked up. My reality. I'm living with your fuck up. I'm done and tired and exhausted of living in your fuck up. Oh look, in 2014 they wanted to fucking investigate and actually put me in for an examination. Oh wow. Look, after they examined me in 2014, then they're like, oh yeah, he is fucked up. And then they fucking went August, right? They went August. And they made their decision in August 2014 about April 18th, 2013, which should have went back to May 8th, 2012. Because April 18th, 2013 comes before May 7th, 2013. And that's every calendar I use. So again, I don't know what calendars VA use. I don't know. Don't care. Now let's look for that page, huh? Oh, what on? 2014. Oh, rating decision, August 23rd, 2014. Oh, it doesn't even fucking what? Oh, look, they have fucking databases where each fucking disability you get a payment for it, blah, blah, blah. Now here, mind you, again, data entries. Why do I have more than one claim in denial? Mind you, I could code a system like this. It's just Java. It's a Java screen, you enter data in, and then the data's in, you hit a button, and then that data's taken from this screen into the database. Oh, man. Genius. Genius, I tell you. Anyway, they made their decision in 2014 and backtracked it to 2013, but they fucked it up. Again, I don't know. May 8th, 2012. What's a year from May 8th, 2012? May 7th, 2013. Does May 7th, 2013 come after April 18th? Yes, it does. So anything April 18th should go back to the first initial date. Because, again, I was filing disputes for the first initial date of, hey, you fucked up the date. And then they're like, fuck you, we're shutting that shit down. And then they opened a new case in this date. Mind you, they opened that case in 2014. They opened up a case August 25th, 2014, and put the first date of that case as April 18th, 2013, instead of open up this file that was started May 8th, 2012, and adding on to make the trail. My timeline, I lived through it day by day. It was consistent. Their timeline, we're going to do work in 2011 and judge 2012. We're going to take a year beforehand. And then we're going to work in 2014, make a judgment in 2013, a year ahead, prorate it, and fuck Matt. That's me. I'm Matt. They fucked me. So yeah, I don't know what other evidence I need other than those papers I've been showing you. This, and this. This is all Doug Collins needs. Effective date. Boom. This date. Showing they fucked up. This is all that is. Showing they fucked up. Shorted me time. You can't say, you have a year from... This is what you can't do. As government, as anyone, right? If you do this as a person, you're a shitbag. If you do this as government, you're signing them up for war. If the paper says, you, meaning I, have 1 year from the date of this letter to appeal the decision, how many months is that? 12 fucking months. 365 days. Right? So again, if we take this date, add 365 to it, we get May 7th, 2013. April 18th, 2013 comes before that date. If you went by what you should have done, everything would be back paid to that date right there, May 8th, 2012. But you took this date, November 1st, and added a year to that. What's that? October 31st, 2012. You shorted me 6 months when you said you'd give me a year. That's where we're at. You're trying to hold me down, not honoring your word. Because you fucked up. And I'm addressing the Veteran Affairs right now. Whoever was involved in the chain of command that worked my files, they fucked up. That only takes 2 people out of the entire 52,000. So dear VA reps, 52,000 of you, can you look at this? Can you fix it? Doug Collins. Don't worry, I'll tag you in this video too, bud. But so far you've just been ignoring and avoiding. Again, the AI of government. Why would they... Yeah, anyway. That's another talk for another day. I'm just trying to focus on these dates. Did I pack enough evidence in this? How many minutes we running now? Oh, 60 fucking plus minutes? We're running an hour and 2 minutes. Anyway, that's that video. Did I pack enough evidence in this video for the VA to reconsider them making their decision? Maybe they could reconsider where they got November 1st, 2011. Because anyway, if I talk to Doug, if I talk to Donald, if I talk to J.D. Vance, if I talk to any judge in America, we're going over that. Dear person that cares about me, Donald Trump, Doug Collins, judge, I would just like to know where the Veteran Affairs got the date of November 1st, 2011. When here's my DD-214 that says I didn't EAS, leave the Marine Corps till May 7th, 2012. The VA made a decision November 1st, 2011, before I was in their healthcare. And then they decided my effective dates were May 8th, 2012, which is right. The date after I EAS, I get in their system. They already made a decision. How's that possible, Judge? How's that possible? And the judge is going to go, well, Matt, I mean, you got it. You got it. Everyone in fucking public school knows calendars and numbers. Apparently none of those fucking people work at the VA! But anyway, I'm here to correct their mistakes. I'm here to make their life better. Because my life went to shit because of them. But anyway, how can they make a decision in 2011 when they don't have the evidence, records, or permission until 2012? And that's all you need to think about. And when you think they can't, that's impossible. Unless time travel. Or conspiracy. I mean, conspiracy sounds crazy, but is it harder to believe someone messed up and then we have other people that are trying to cover in the mess up so that other person doesn't get fired and the people that get involved don't get in trouble? Or is time travel really that easy? I mean, in the future, I think it is. But right now, I don't think time travel is involved. I just think it's lazy people that don't know how to do work. And they're working at the VA, and they act like they're unfireable. Because that's what teachers do. Oh, I'm tenured, so you can't fire me. Oh, I work for the VA, so you can't fire me. Why? Well, my daddy's a governor, and our family's heavily involved. Oh, okay. Or, well, my name's Indira, and my family is billionaires in India, so they sent me here on a student visa to be a nurse. And I'm the one doing the test studies. So when I see 9.2 missed breaths per hour, and that's sleep apnea, I'll just write it off as snoring, you know. Snoring, not... You know, it's a little different. Sleep apnea is a little more intense. I lived growing up snoring. I used to dream. Snoring to me is indication of good deep sleep. Sleep apnea is indication that you need help. Did I ever get the help? Does the VA even have me down as having sleep apnea? Or did they conspire? Mind you, right here it says, your VA examiner reported your sleep problems. This is getting into another subject. The next subject. Your VA examiner reported your sleep problems are more likely related to anxiety and not a respiratory condition. Oh, that's just fine. But you have anxiety as 0. So how are you going to blame it on my anxiety if my anxiety is nothing to you to begin with? That's issue 1. Issue 2 right here, I'm going to show... Oh, it's not in this one. Damn it. Should I? Yeah, I should. Okay, so here. So here, I'm going to open up my binder again and show you this one part. Because it goes into the other part. And it shows conspiracy even more. Right here, right? So I just read to you this part. Your VA examiner reported your sleep anxiety, not respiratory, right? Now look here, people. Right here. You have a VSR. What's a VSR? Veteran Service Rep. Not a doctor. Not an official anything. Just a Veteran Service Rep. A data processor. A data entry. No certs. This VSR, Veteran Service Rep, says, please tell veteran, your VA examiner reported your sleep problems are more likely related to anxiety and not a respiratory condition. Now, in those parentheses, you think they just copy and paste? Huh. Now, mind you, you have the VSR telling the doctor what to say, because I'm not listening to a VSR, you know? It's like asking a buddy to tell you about your healthcare. They're not registered, they're not official, they're not doctors. No offense, but you don't hold merit, you know what I mean? Why wouldn't I just call 1-800 anonymous voice and get an opinion from them? But anyway, you have right there a veteran service rep giving the doctor instructions on what to tell me. Mind you, I don't know who this veteran service rep is, but I had no say on who represented me. I just walked into the VA. Oh, you were part of OEF. You get a physical doctor, a mental doctor, and a social worker. Alan Ryland was my social worker. He's the one that fucked up the paperwork to begin with, I believe. Randy Truitt was my doctor, and he was cool. But after he did my initial exams, he retired. So, he was never diving headfirst into my case. He was just filling his last day of work to get his retirement plan. So I don't think I was his priority, is what I'm saying for the doctor. The social worker, he was just there doing a job that he fucked up on. But how am I supposed to, again, it could have been Alan Ryland, the social worker, the representative telling the doctor what to say. Now, why? Does a doctor ever listen to a lower person? Or are they the doctor for a reason? I don't know. I just don't know why the veteran service rep is giving excuses here on why to deny me. and then they enter it. There. You know? They enter it right there. I don't know. And then they blame it on anxiety when anxiety is zero. Well, if my anxiety is so bad it's causing other things like sleep apnea, that means my anxiety is so bad. It's no longer just anxiety, it's evolving and affecting my sleep, and it's generating sleep apnea. The anxiety is evolving into sleep apnea, and it's still nothing to the VA. If the anxiety is so bad it's causing sleep apnea, wouldn't that deserve a fucking higher rating? Oh, it's not just usual. Sleep apnea usually gets 50. But if it's so severe it's causing extra, it should be increased by my logic. I don't know why the VA didn't think that. I just have the proof showing they're stupid. And again, this is in 2012, maybe. It could be anywhere from 2011, 2012, 2013 with their time travel capabilities that I'm unaware of. But I have, because they entered dates. It could be true. Again, is it conspiracy or is it time travel? Which one, people? If it's conspiracy, that's part of mental operations, psychological operations, made to make you think different. You can't make me think different other than you fucked up. That's it. I have 1 year from the date of this paper, which should be that date. So anything before this date regarding these, and this should all go back to this date. And that's if you honor what they said 1 year from the date of the paper, the record being sent to you. But I would go with just this. Because April 18th, 2013 still comes before May 7th, 2013 in any calendar. Any calendar. Except the VA's. Which is why I'm here presenting the evidence that they can't seem to find. And again, you only need 3 pieces of paper. This piece, and this piece. All 3 pieces of paper, my binder, 41 pages worth of information to look at and see my side of the story. Or you can go to the VA's paper, which is 3,879 pages, to find those 3. Do you want to scroll through 41 pages, or do you want to scroll through almost 4,000 to find 3 pages? Again, I'm giving the VA benefit of the doubt, and I'm giving them the abridged version. I'm cutting out all the bullshit. I'm doing more work for the VA than the VA ever did for me. But again, anyway, it ends this year. Because again, if I don't get my $127,293 by the end of this fucking year, being under threat of eviction from Loan Depot, yeah, that's too much mental stress I'm dealing with. And I didn't sign up for that. So I will kill myself by the end of this year if I don't have my money. Right here. Again, I'm not saying 100 million. I'm taking that fight for the next 5 years after I get this money. This money is just to resolve the past 12 years that they put me through and left me for dead. Again, while they're communicating with my mortgage provider, who's overcharging me. So the VA that doesn't want to acknowledge an error they made is working against me. And Loan Depot, who makes errors, is working against me. 2 people that fucked up are working against me. That's conspiracy. 2 or more people working against you is conspiracy. You just have to prove how they're working against you, and I have. You can't make a decision November 1st, 2011 when you don't have the evidence, records, or permission till 2012. Caught ya. April 18th, 2013 comes before May 7th, 2013. Caught you again. Is anyone going to do anything about these bad people I'm catching, or are they just out there? Don't have more evidence. We need more evidence. Do we have the evidence now? Is this enough? Well, what more evidence do I need to do? You just need those 3 papers. That's it. And yeah, in 2025, it sucks having to backtrack your work till 2012. I agree, that sucks so bad. But you know what sucks more? Exponentially more than that? Having to live through it. So where you just have to fix the error someone in your company committed, I have to live with it. I have to live with your fuck up. Why? At the end of this year, I will kill myself. I've been saying I was going to kill Joe Biden about Casey. At least I took them off. I'm just taking it out on myself now. I mean, again, destiny and fate. I was destined to butt heads with the VA. It's mentally overloaded. I'm destined to fucking... If nothing changes and the VA doesn't fix their errors that I'm living with, yeah, mental stress overload, psychological operations. They're trying to make me think I fucked up. I didn't. I'm just the veteran living through it. So again, I'd like my money and my apology so I could save my house. And then I can invest some of that money into the $100 million lawsuit. I'm not doing anything but holding people accountable. And I'm a good guy. I went to war and I saved people. Most people go to war and they kill people. And I'm one of the ones that helped take out Bin Laden. What do you think's harder to do? Travel around the world with millions of troops to hunt one guy because he did 9/11, supposedly did 9/11? Or sitting behind a computer desk with 3 pieces of paper fixing an entry date error. A date entered wrongly, you're fixing. What requires more time, energy, and resources to achieve? One person could achieve the unfuck, the error fix. One person could do that. You could do that, I could do that. Doug Collins could probably do that. Even if he never worked with PDF. Fucking Adobe, he could work with a PDF. You know what I mean? But taking out a global terrorist in his own home turf, when he has thousands of family members worldwide, I would believe taking out the terrorist is harder than fixing a date you entered wrong. But we took him out in 10 years. And I'm waiting 12 years for the VA, Veteran Affairs, to fix the date they entered wrong so I can get my money and pay my house so I don't get evicted. Paying my house, I'm probably going to get a new car because I've had my car for like 15 years. So I want something a little more safer, especially if I'm going to be driving, a family eventually in it. So once I get my money, I get to pay my house. So I lose that mental stress of maybe getting evicted. I save my house and I get a new vehicle to travel in. Wow. That seems